Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York, to Fred Trump, a real estate developer, and Mary MacLeod Trump, an immigrant from Scotland. Growing up in a wealthy household, young Donald had the luxury of comfort and stability, but it also meant that he was expected to live up to the high standards set by his ambitious father. From an early age, Donald displayed a competitive spirit, and his childhood would lay the foundation for his future ambitions. As a child, he was described by many as energetic, confident, and at times rebellious. His family lived in a large house in Queens, and though his father was a successful businessman, Donald was not always satisfied with what he had. He was constantly looking for ways to challenge himself and assert his independence. Education, a journey of discipline and struggles. Donald attended the Kew Forest School in Queens until he was 13, but his energy and often disruptive behavior led to disciplinary issues. His parents were concerned about his behavior, which didn't fit the traditional mold for a young, disciplined child. In 1959, they made the decision to send him to the New York Military Academy, NYMA, in Cornwall, New York, a decision that would deeply impact his character. At NYMA, Donald Trump learned the values of discipline, leadership, and teamwork. Although he struggled at times, the military school instilled in him a sense of structure and responsibility that would shape his later life. He was involved in sports, especially baseball, and was active in various leadership roles. Even then, he began to show an interest in business and leadership, traits that would become central to his career. Some teachers from his time at the military academy have spoken about his confidence and competitiveness. He wasn't a natural academic achiever, but his determination to succeed made him stand out. The discipline and experience he gained at NYMA allowed him to refine his focus and set the stage for his later ambitions. College years, the first step toward business. In 1964, Donald Trump entered Fordham University, a prestigious school located in the Bronx, New York. However, he didn't stay long before transferring to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania in 1966. Wharton, one of the most renowned business schools in the country, was a perfect fit for the young Donald, who had already developed a strong interest in business and finance. At Wharton, Trump focused on economics and real estate, and it was here that he first began to seriously consider a career in real estate development. He graduated in 1968 with a bachelor's degree in economics. During his time at college, Trump worked part-time for his father's company, the Trump Organization, which would later become the backbone of his business empire. Trump's college years were marked by a combination of socializing and business interests. He was known to be very active on campus, often participating in various events and enjoying a lively social life. Despite his growing interest in business, he wasn't the typical, studious student. Instead, he preferred to learn through action and experience. His father had already established a strong foundation in real estate, and Trump learned the ins and outs of the industry through hands-on work. Entering the business world, building a legacy. After graduating from Wharton, Donald Trump briefly worked for his father's company, but his ambitions quickly pushed him to make his own mark. In 1971, after inheriting a substantial portion of his father's real estate business, he renamed the company the Trump Organization. Donald was determined to expand the business and build something even bigger than what his father had achieved. He was ambitious, and this was evident when he began focusing on high-profile projects in Manhattan, a city that had been dominated by larger, more established developers. Trump's first major deal came in 1974 when he acquired the Commodore Hotel. His vision was to transform the aging property into something modern and luxurious. His success in revamping the Commodore led to his first big breakthrough, the creation of the Grand Hyatt Hotel. Throughout the 1970s and early 1980s, Trump quickly made a name for himself as a savvy and sometimes controversial businessman. He wasn't afraid to take risks, and his bold approach to development made him a prominent figure in New York real estate. By the time he was in his 30s, Donald Trump had already established a reputation for being brash, ambitious, and confident in his abilities. However, his early ventures were not without their struggles. He faced financial setbacks and controversies, but his resilience and unwavering belief in his abilities kept him moving forward. By the mid-1980s, Donald Trump had expanded his empire to include iconic properties like Trump Tower, a glittering symbol of his success. Challenges and triumphs in his youth. As a young businessman, Trump faced criticism from many in the industry who doubted his abilities. They saw him as a young man with too much confidence and not enough experience. However, Trump's brash personality and willingness to take risks set him apart. He leveraged his family's wealth to fund big projects, but it was his marketing genius and flair for publicity that helped elevate him to national prominence. One of the most pivotal moments in his early career was the construction of Trump Tower, which opened in 1983. The building, which is still one of New York's most famous landmarks, solidified Trump's status as a major player in real estate. It was a symbol of his ambition and his desire to create something iconic. Despite some early setbacks, including personal and business challenges, Trump's youthful energy and determination helped him overcome these obstacles. His ability to bounce back from difficult situations would continue to define him throughout his life. Legacy of youthful ambition. By the time Donald Trump entered his 40s, he had built a vast business empire that spanned across real estate, entertainment, and even casinos. His youth was defined by bold decisions, an unshakable self-confidence, and a drive to make his mark on the world. The struggles and successes of his early years laid the groundwork for his future career, which would ultimately take him to the White House. His early life was marked by challenges that tested his character and determination. Growing up with a prominent family, attending prestigious schools, and making bold moves in the business world, Donald Trump's youth was filled with experiences that prepared him for the high-profile life he would later lead. In the years following his early business successes, Donald Trump's legacy would continue to grow, leading him to run for president in 2016, where he would make history as the 45th President of the United States. The end. So we will continue to meet in a video like this with the latest story. Subscribe to our channel. Like the video and comment. Have a good day.